Hey, traders. Welcome to the weekly candle close stream. Be here for that. Less than an hour. And, you know, the weekends, man. Not much going on at all. Yeah, some altcoins have made some moves up, but not by much. If they went up probably 2%. I mean, SNX up 11%. But it's just your typical low liquidity weekend. And as you can see, Bitcoin hasn't, besides the wicks, I mean, not much of anything's happened this whole week. Which, yeah, again, I know 10% swing from the low to the high, but where traders are settling up, not much difference at all. I mean, you're kind of the same levels you were at earlier this month and below the resistance from 2017 still. Just make sure we're on the same page. But still slightly above this little buy wall. And I think we still have a valid right angle descending broadening formation, but no breakdown yet. So that's it, man. Between two levels, really kind of caught between them. You think we're going down next, but and you can't even tell what happened today. I mean, Bitcoin, what? Went to 19.1, then got as high as 19.4, the other way around. Like, I don't even know to tell you about like this price action. This is just what you get. This is the type of stuff you get on the weekend. I don't even know how you could be giving a crap about what Bitcoin's doing the past couple days. So still below that 200 moving average on the far. What are you doing? Like failing again? Why do you just keep failing and staying below it? You should be above it. Or you should be back testing at support. You're just hitting it as resistance. There's just nothing about Bitcoin right now that is just amazing. But yeah, you still have the shark, you still have the type 2. But I mean, if you have a type 2 return, why are market participants getting so many chances to buy here? They shouldn't be getting this many chances. That's why you're thinking we're more inclined to break down next, not up. Oh man, talk about dead everything. Bitcoin's dead. Crypto's dead. Chat's dead. Yesterday was terrible for whatever. You can say what you want about that game. Good game. Yeah, Bama played terrible in many, many ways. And I've never seen officiating like that in my life. And probably will never see officiating like that again, of course. But yeah, wow, just awful. Here's Ethereum. Same price it was at September 19th. I mean, a month ago, same price. You're just range bound between 1,200 and 1,400, 1,300. Just nothing, dude. Just dead market right now. And you're thinking eventually lower prices, $1,000. And that's it. You're just going sideways, holding old resistance as support for now, but you know the context. That's it. I wish there was more to it. I wish it was crazier. How are the weeklies going to close in less than an hour? Oh, there you go, man. I mean, the absolute flirtation with the 200-week moving average. Look at that. You're gonna close above it. You were at 1,187. You're gonna close above the 200-week moving average in less than an hour. Most likely. I mean, it's so close, right? Right there. Gotta wonder how that's gonna hold. I mean, you look left, you understand. You look left, you understand. It's up and down. It's up. You're below that level now, so I don't know how you couldn't go down. You could very well see 830 in time on the weekly. And that's not even a really strong support. The stronger supports on Ethereum are gonna be around $420, $400. So you're way off that, but the downtrend still beautiful, beautifully intact. But yeah, man, if you're praying for something good, I guess you'll close above the 200-week moving average. Nice. All right. What was Bitcoin like on the weekly? Again, it's just gonna be another week closing below the level. It's really important. This will be, wow. It'll be legit an entire month of falling. Look, you had a bearish engulfing candle that took you back below 19,891.99, and now you're about to spend. You've spent now about to be the 4th week below that level, regarding it as resistance. Man, that's just not great. I mean, I hope you break it next week, but dang, dude, why are you failing 4 times in a row to get back above that level? Shouldn't you be back above it now? And if not, where's the fall to the downside? It just hasn't happened yet. But you understand, no support resistance here. It's just up and down and up, and why not down? It could be going down 14K again in time. Man, the illiquidity on this market is just like kind of mind-numbing, isn't it? And every day it gets kind of worse and worse and worse. Look at total. You know what, man? Let's just get this over with. Sorry, I can't use my stream deck anymore because it's just literally broken. Joke. Here's your total market cap. Still in the downtrend. Okay. Held support. Bounced off of it. Still making lower highs for now. And still in the downtrend. Just because you somehow rallied this weekend on nothing means nothing. Weekly.
Respect,
so
Mitch.
bad.
Would you take a look at that?
Thanks for the $5 super chat. Wonders. This is terrible, dude. I don't know. Like the weekly, it's not even like Ethereum where, hey man, we're gonna close above the weekly 200. Nah, you're just about to spend 4 weeks in a row regarding the level as resistance. That's just so awful. Terrible. So why not a secondary test of the old, previous cycle top from January 2018? Why not again? I don't know. I don't understand the whole price action here correlating to this level and just confirming the validity of it being resistance. Now, it's been support before. Now it's resistance, doing the opposite of what it was doing in June and July. So why not lower? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. BNB just holding in there. Again, I don't know why I even do this every day now. This is crazy.
Rumor is that Pulse Bitcoin is a complete replacement for Bitcoin. It's being releasing sometime soon. I think it has something to do with Pulse Dogecoin. Thoughts?
Thanks for the contribution, dude. It's not. It's not going to replace Bitcoin. You're delusional if you think Pulse Bitcoin will replace Bitcoin. You're delusional. You have to be a cult member, cult follower, if you think that's real. I'm just saying. But yeah, we'll look at Pulse Dogechain like we do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna? Did you buy now because nothing happened? So 1.75%. I can't tell. Just lower highs until it's not. So you're thinking eventually 225, and if not 225 and it rallies, fine. 330, 350. You're just in the middle here. You're middle of major levels, and it's kind of crazy. You're still here. That's a probably lower. The trend's definitely bearish right now. Still, nothing's changed there. BNB XRP that didn't really catch much of those bids today, like everything else did. Just kind of hanging out, right? It's not making lower lows yet, so you can't rule it out. It could continue its ascent. I mean, it really is like the bearish divergence that developed is playing out, and it's not catching much follow through yet. Not yet. You think where you are? You're just trying to. Looks like you're trying to hold on to the high from 2019. That's about it. Nice. Yeah, confirmed a top, but you haven't broken the double top's neckline, so it's not valid, and the bearish divergence made us underperform. It just depends on what Bitcoin does, and I just don't see anything about Bitcoin that sticks out as absolutely incredible for long, and the markets look terrible. That's it. Building negative Momo. It could continue, and we might dump at some point. The dump hasn't come yet. Not yet. Cardano, which it's up 1.76% in a really bad spot. Like, we're just, wow. I think there's just so much more downside in time. I don't care if it rallies. The rally could go up to 50 cents. I won't even care. If it makes a lower high than the high from September 11th and 12th, I don't care. It's just another lower high and then a rollover later, make a lower low. So yeah, just it's oversold. Sure, it could reset the oscillators, come for a more formal back test of 40 cents before going lower. Okay, sweet. That's it. That's your Cardano. It broke support. Wow. Sorry, I shouldn't do this every day. Because when I give an update every day and the market's so dead now and just barely moves that it's just futile. Weekly's going to be the multi-year lows on the weekly, right? Or at least the lowest weekly candle close since January 2021. So getting pretty close to 2 years. Bearish and golden candle will be confirmed, and this will be your first formal candle bearish breakdown, right? I mean, like you develop the structure the whole summer, and now it's as of this candle, as of this week, in 45 minutes, it'll be confirmed. Close below it. But there you go. There's the candle high close on the weekly from April 2018 right there that you're still above. So you got that going for you. Finally tested it. I couldn't even believe, like, how is it holding here and not touching that level? It never did. Now it's finally touching those levels. There you go, man. Next would be Sol, I guess, which everything's up today. Sol's up 2%. So go back, test $31 again. Sure. There's no edge, and I would just wait for 20 bucks eventually. You'll get that chance in time, I think. Just how bearish everything is. Everything just lower highs, man. It was your lowest low since June. So multi-month lows. As of yesterday, it was the lowest low. The lowest close since June 14th. That's not bullish when something just yesterday made the lowest candle close since many months ago, multiple months ago. Not bullish. Technically kind of bearish engulf. Wow, this is real. So it would be the lowest weekly candle close in 39 minutes since July 19th of 2021. So that would be it, right? It's traders are going to settle up lower than they did June 6th. They're going to settle up lower than they did August 22nd, September 12th. That's going to happen in 39 minutes. So that's a development on the weekly that's not good. That's like a bearish breakdown, I think. About to confirm it. So you could wait till $18 to $20. Man, if that doesn't hold, it's just another, like, wow, straight line down to $5. I just think that's the next target on deck. Sold and Doge, okay. If you're below 6.5 cents, you're bearish. It's so easy, man. So freaking easy. You stay where you are long enough, you'll probably you'll find $4.20 or 4.2 cents. Sorry.
Happy birthday.
What's up, Cactus? Thanks, dude. Birthday's tomorrow. Well, according to Universal Time, it'll be my birthday in 38 minutes, right? But yeah, so still a little early on that. But thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't want to tell you. I mean, it's so simple. It's such an easy thing to do, like to talk about on Doge. Like, if you're below this level, then you're only bearish till $4.20. And that's really kind of a joke. That really is kind of a joke, man. Like, you're thinking like 2 cents, and that's a joke. I mean, you're talking about, you want technical supports and levels that are kind of way more interesting. You're talking about like half a cent. Yeah, half of 1 penny is the real level. And then anything above that is a joke. And that's it, man. That's it. Everything's a joke. Look at that. So there's still just ridiculous downside potential still on this asset from where it is right now. I mean, I still think you have like 66% downside. But if you're being conservative just for one swing low from February 2021, you're talking about still like 29 to 30% downside from right here. It's nasty, man. Thoughts up 2.5%. Can you even tell? Not really. You know, from the right angle descending broadening formation, it broke down, almost hit the measure move. And it's just holding on. It's just chop zone, stuck. I mean, and you're going to test 550 eventually. And if you break that, it's a long way down. Long way down. So the things that were on Friday are the same today. Nothing's changed at all. Guess we go to the weekly. It won't be the lowest low. It's gonna not be lower than September 26th low. Wow. Nothing about this is good looking, man. I'm sorry. Nothing. Still holding. I guess the weekly candle close is holding. It tested that for the first time officially this week. That's interesting. First formal test of August 2020's peak.
I didn't know goalposts were so light. That was most pathetic FG I've ever seen. I hope the kicker enjoys his glory because he's got no shot in NFL. Happy birthday, birthday cake, party face, a vax please.
Oh, what's up, Thousand? Whatever, man. I mean, he made it. And our kicker, who's like gonna be in the NFL, missed it. Yeah, he definitely missed it, but I wouldn't blame him at all. There were just so many, again, man, like things that happened in that game that were just like, what? I don't even like. If you're like a college football fan and you watched that game and you saw the officiating that happened and you watched the game and you were objective, you weren't like biased, you didn't have this hatred for Alabama. Like, I think you would be like, wow, that's some of the worst officiating I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, hands down. Dude, it was fourth down. And the dude was like, nah, dude, we're third down. It's third down, dude. Trust me. And they had to take like 15-minute break for that. Absolutely psychotic, weird stuff. Like November 2020. Or November 2020, right? The 3 a.m. kind of stuff. Wow. Okay, so those are your S coins. Let's go to the futures because they're open now. S&P futures, it's up today, 0.25%. I mean, it just opened and rallied. It's up $8.70. So where is it? You could look in your daily and see like you did close above the September 2020 high. You did that. Close of the week and you've opened right there. And traders have not settled up below that level yet. Not yet. And yeah, there's divergence, it looks like, at least on the MACD histogram. But I just don't have any faith in this right now. There's just absorption of demand probably. If it rallies here, this would be a level where I guess it makes sense. It's an inflection point. Kind of. I mean, one time there were, or two times there was inflection, you know, and so if it rallies here after a massive drawdown, I could almost guarantee with the rally you get only ends up turning into a lower high than these highs. And then you roll over again later, whatever. But yeah, below that level is, of course, 3,400, and then below that, 3,240. And then below that, you don't even want to know. It's like 3,000, lower than 3,000. Dow Jones futures that did hold some levels. I mean, this is it makes sense. Like, it kind of reminds me of Cardano back in June, where it's like, I can't believe it didn't really even go for a strong, it didn't even technically back test that high as support. Like, you know, I guess buyers front ran it for the bear market rally, but now look at you. I mean, you're
Happy
holding
early
it.
birthday.
What's up, Wayne? Thanks, dude. Thank you, dude. So, you've held these two little levels just kind of like the S&P, and, you know, it's a lot of, it's a thin order book between 29 to 29.5 and 31,280. So, I mean, if you're above the levels, certainly there could be a rally that could take you for a back test to 31,820. Of course, that could happen here. This is where, you know, bear market rallies can occur, like at key levels. That if they hold too many times, then you might run the risk of running up, you know. But again, when it runs up, you're just going to see it make lower highs, previous highs, and roll over later. So it's either sooner or later, but I'm thinking it's almost inevitable this level breaks. It's just, you know, you might catch a rally to squeeze shorts because there's like, you know, kind of like record levels of puts and shorts going on out there, you know, everywhere. So it just, and for some reason, the volatility index just can't be, it's just suppressed. It can't break 34, 35 the entire year. It's just run up there and reversed. And I think that's the key. I think that's like the, you know, the key to the city. Elevated VIX, but kind of manipulated, suppressed. So you can't get that crazy deleveraging. I think when the VIX hits like 40 plus, I mean, people start liquidating hard and deleveraging, right? They get out, they go cash, the XY spikes. So I guess they figured it out, right? For now, the powers that be. Like, just since January, you've seen, hold on. You've seen the mid-30s.
Can you check ICP? Has to be one of the most insane scams of the last few years in crypto. Went from $700 to $5 with VCs that bought their private sale at 3 cents. And despite all of that, it's still at 1.3 billion market cap. 0.01533660 ETH.
I mean, if you want to look at one of the 18,000 scams, we can. We certainly can. Thank you for contributing to the stream. Anonymous, thank you, dude. Yeah, so since January of 2022, the VIX, you've gotten like kind of like 9 or 10 different spikes to the mid 30s, and every time you have reversed there, and that's kind of where we are again. We're just up there at that level. Before we haven't reversed though yet, so it all depends. I mean, if the VIX is going to do exactly what it did all year, and the VIX dumps at this level, this is, yeah, of course, right? If the Dow Jones and S&P held these supports, then maybe you catch a rally while the VIX pulls back. You know, I'm just thinking here. But at the same time, if the VIX is going to finally break this 35 level and go to 40 plus, this is where we all break down. I mean, it's just, they're going to be inverse correlated like crazy. Okay. We got the NASDAQ futures. This is a different story. This is not really the same. I don't know. It just depends what you consider inflection. I mean, I'm thinking July 2020, you know, and then November 2020, and then June 2022. You know, I think that was like kind of the level where you rally, you tested it, you bearishly engulfed. So nasty, dude. On Friday, you bearish engulfing and made your lowest daily close since like July of 2020, and you're just down there. This is so bearish. Like, maybe there's room for controversy on the Dow Jones and S&P futures because we looked at those levels, but I'm thinking there's like kind of no controversy here. And this is how bad it is on the NASDAQ. I mean, yeah, I get it. You just continue to make lower levels on lower prices on the histogram. But dang, man, you've like broken a pretty real level, and it does seem pretty likely you'll eventually see 97.51. Right? Don't you think that would eventually happen? I mean, and you're You're back testing level of resistance now and engulfing. That's so strong. I know there's bullish divergence. I just said it. What? It's there. It's you keep diverging, but you're also doing really bad stuff. I mean, like that face melting rally on Thursday. You know what it manifested into? A massive reversal, like complete rejection, and it's like bears laughing at those people, those bulls, right? I mean, sure, from this you're going to get volatility in illiquid market conditions like this. I mean, you got a 7.5% swing on an index fund. That's crazy. But in the end, when the volatility subsided and after the, I guess shorts got squeezed or something, after that, I mean, lost 4.4% of its value the next day. And now just sitting down there, the bearish engulfing candle is valid until somehow, some way, which I don't think is going to happen, bulls come in and engulf this previous candle, or at least a few days go by and then it breaks above this and you get a daily candle close above 11,000. That's the only way you get out of the situation. If you stay below that level too long and stay below 10.9 too long, I think you got a chance of seeing 97.50, which means not like crazy or anything, but there's still like 9% downside on the NASDAQ futures from where you are now. And if you look at the individual assets across the market, it's very understandable. Like you could very much understand why this index fund could get there, how it could. So I don't know how much faith I have in some triple bullish divergence on the daily right now because the trend is so bearish. Okay, and then you got the Russ 2000 futures that also pretty terrible. I mean, pretty awful, man. Like, I get it. Is it trying to confirm a bottom here? Man, you're doing the worst things you could ever do. Like, there's no argument here either. Like, it's just only bearish until you're back above 1711, 1744, 2018 pre-COVID crash peaks. It looks like up, down, up, down, up, down. Up. So why not down again? Probably 1600. And when 1600 breaks, probably 1455. You're just regarding levels as resistance again. And forget the channel, man. I don't even know why this is off like that. Weird. It's like it's just kind of been disrespected so much, man. Just worry about looking left, dude. Not really what you're looking for. I get it. You're hitting supports. You're holding them. Holy crap. But dang, man. Same thing the NASDAQ did. All that craziness. Where's the follow through? The follow through there was none. It was legit rejection of a 2018 level as resistance again and a bearish engulfing candle. That's terrible. Until something else happens, only you can't be bullish. You have to be bearish still. Like, it's ugly, man. Gold's been awful, man. Been awful, right? You've only made a lower high than the previous highs. You've only fallen right back below key inflection point that you desperately need to be above. And the problem is, once you broke it, you back tested it 3 days in a row, and then you caught fall through. And look at you now, in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here, dude. Nothing ever. Yeah, 1500 is a target eventually, I think. Well, there's sooner or later. It's probably where you're headed. And it's terrible on the monthly. It's like, wow, that looks bad on the daily. But then you get the monthly and it's like this within this. Or it's like a Bitcoin fractal where this was the 2020 run up. And this was 65K. And this is the summertime crash. You go to 30K. And then you go to 69K late last year and topped out in November. And now we're just beginning to reverse for real. I mean, that's the way it looks to me. Looks like a Bitcoin fractal, but just much more significant because of time. Yeah, like tell me, where's the formal support on the monthly? Like minimum 1563. That's it. Nothing else. This is just paper though. Paper gold, paper silver, they're screwed, man. I mean, maybe real life. I mean, God, dude, it's so bad. Silver monthly is awful so far. Yeah, to me, I'm thinking $14 if you're patient. If you wait like 6 months plus, you'll get maybe $14 in time. It'll take a while. All right, so those are your futures. Don't even know if commodities are open or not. So we can look at this request. There are a couple of them. Let's see. Okay, pulse Dogecoin coin. It's heading all up, right? We're waiting for it to hit 636. Above that, and it's just a level. It could be where it reacts, but if it breaks it, then you're looking for probably 830. Just a candle high close on the daily and near an 886. Retrace from the high to low. Right, 886 is up there. That's your target above 635 if you can break that. Trend's really nice for now. I mean, it's good. Full reset, hit the 886 in the previous low to high. And that's where a lot of times it's in a long-term uptrend. The 886 where it can recover, and it has. It's up a lot since then, hitting that 886. So it might be headed to its high to low 886. There you go, man. That's it. See. Sorry, I'm looking for a source. Okay. I don't even know which chart has data on this crap ICP. Like, what one has the most data? No clue. This is such a scam, dude. I'm just gonna go with the Binance chart. You can screw off if you say otherwise, because I just looked through 5 different exchanges plus, and they're all the same. It's like all-time lows. I can't find one that shows me that it's not at all-time lows. So, any idea? Sorry, if I look at 5 different exchanges, that's kind of the cutoff, where it's like if I'm trying to look for you, and you don't tell me the exchange, what can I do? I mean, it's terrible, dude. It's a literal joke, man. If you want me to, I can try to make sense of this crap. Oh, is it the bottom of a range? I wouldn't trust it. What do you want me to do? What is there to do? $5? $5 way too expensive. How about we cut it in half and then we'll talk. Your previous low to high, once this breaks, if it does, then you got a 333 target, the 1272. 261's 144 and a 1618's 158 or so. Or sorry, 158. That's it. You requested ICP. I don't know why. Don't know why you'd request this. It's so bad. Who would buy this? Like, what in the world would make someone buy this now? In these market conditions, no one would ever. Not really. It would be like one person with enough money to move the market because it's so dead now. Okay, that's your last request of the stream. Wait, AVAX, I didn't see that. Ugh, God, these coins, man. They're just dead now, man. Same price they were at months ago, but only after crashing. Those people that sold to crash the market, you're not coming back in now. They're still not in. That's what this is showing. You still lost all these market participants. They don't own it. They're not going to own it. I would just wait till 1080, 980 again. Because I don't think you're at a level that makes really much of any sense. I think you wait to 980 to 1080. That might be a real level to assess buying again or looking for at least an edge. It's here. I mean, maybe it double bottoms. Sure. But it hasn't yet. Yeah, you'd be like, oh, it's a shark. Yeah, I get it, man. Some of these coins are doing that. I'll like plot it so, you know, you can see it in 886. It's already exceeded the 886. Yeah, this exists. This is here, but there's been zero reaction. So it's not even valid as an idea really until you catch a reaction, man. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting at the 886 locally. So there's no action to take. We can stare at it and be like, ooh and awe. Ooh and awe. And it's not at a formal support really at all. Yeah, so we can stare at it. We're not gonna, there's no action to take on it though, man. I'm sorry. There's just not. Okay. Oh man, just all these scams, man. Loses 90% of its value in less than a year. What was that? Like everything else, like Hex, like everything, man, just about in crypto did that. And a lot of stocks have already done that too. And a lot of stocks that haven't done that are about to do that or are in the midst of doing that. It's bad, man. Everywhere you go, it's just kind of like that. Look, here's VeChain. I just don't. I mean, you're kind of at an inflection point, I guess. But to me, it just kind of seems like it's really crazy that you've already hit an 886. You've already exceeded a major 886 from the low to high. Like you're way below it. You know, the 886 was 3.5 cents, and now you're just. Once that breaks, it's like Cardano breaking 3.8 cents or whatever. Once this breaks, man, it's just going to be a long way down to like less than a penny. Like, just, you could try to take a shot on it at these levels, but if you don't have a stop loss set up, you're just destined to be destroyed. And it's such a bearish market. Tough to want to own anything. Any speculative S coin. DXY, someone said it's dumping, someone's delusional. That's how is this dumping? Could someone tell me how this is considered dumping? It's not dumping. Get off the 5-minute chart. Yeah, totally dumping, bro. Totally dumping. It's over for the DXY now. It will end at some point, but you can't be coming in here being like, I called the top on DXY. It's like all y'all been calling the top on DXY for a year now. I don't want to hear it when it finally does top out, because it's like there is a graveyard of people that have said, oh yeah, DXY is done for, double top, done for, double top, done for, bearish divergence, done for, over and over and over. I'm just done with it. It's going to end eventually, but yeah, sure. And it's near a point where it should, you know, an 886 from 2000 up here. Yeah, you're really close. You hit almost an 88.6% retrace perfectly. You were a little off of it. You didn't quite get it. So, well, it's not pumping. That doesn't mean it's dumping. Crazy, man. Bro, it's dumping, man. It's dumping. Still making higher lows. So, Horner, man. Wow, thanks, dude. Holy crap.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $104.36, top 0.08000000 ETH.
Top indeed. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, just trying to calibrate nothing changing at all from the last time I was live and the time before. So I don't know how you can trust Bitcoin below 19,650. I just don't know how. You gotta really, really believe in magic. Someone just randomly buying here. It's just all we've done, man. It's just, you're just back testing 19,891 as resistance. Now you're below the 200 moving average even on the 4 hour. Again, this chart to this well-established uptrend. The uptrend is not in jeopardy till this tops out and then you fall below 110. And then we can start talking about, hey, a reversal could be happening. Possibly, because you'd start making lower lows and lower highs. You've only made a potential lower high. It's not over yet. This thing could spike any time and make a higher high than its previous high. And even when you fail to make higher highs, like the rule is like when it sells off, it could end up making a higher low than 110 slightly, and the uptrend's still intact. The ruble, the US dollar. What a run so far, but yeah, it does look like it's kind of
Thanks for all you do, Mitch. Happy birthday.
So, top caller. This is a 420. Appreciate it, man. This looks a little toppy, doesn't it? Where it had the run, and now it's made a lower high than the previous high, so there's distribution, and now you have another lower high. And I mean, doesn't it kind of look like there's a possibility we go back way back down to 1.2873 cents? Yeah, I don't doesn't look like this thing's gonna pivot and run to the upside right now, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it went up and up thrusted through 1.8 cents. And up thrusted and then back tested the up thrust, right? What was once resistance from 2017, February 2018, is now confirmed resistance again. And after confirming that old resistance as resistance again, buyers were unable to push the price to test it again because there was such a lack of demand. That's the way it looks to me. So that might be good, that it might be time to roll over some. The DXY isn't doing anything like this. It's not making lower highs, confirming lower highs, and staying below key levels from history. It's not doing that, really. Say real estate last to dump. Well, real estate's dumping like miserably bad. Really, really bad, like crashing in ways. Your REITs. You're just waiting on $1,835 to $1,800. Just waiting, because that's where you're headed. And what's an 886? At this point, you think an 886 is coming from the COVID crash low to the high. 886 is down at 1536. Wow. Lines up with some support and resistance for sure. But yeah, this is your real estate chart. Real estate investment trusts wrecked. But then you go to like things like Zillow. Zillow Group, I haven't been to this one in a minute. Oh my god, man. Yeah, it was just a down sloping channel and just kept going, didn't it? Well, look at it now. I mean, this is Zillow. I mean, the downside's certainly limited, you'd think, because it's lost all its value. And it's sitting at a support. But God, at the same time, with it having limited downside, no one's buying it at all. No one's buying it, man. So what, it looks like a crab pattern going on here. Small one, not a big one. Mini crab. Yeah, 1618 would take you like 2140. Yeah, so I think that's kind of what's going on with Zillow. Wow, it's ugly, dude. But yeah, it's already like, hey, you missed out. If you were gonna short this or buy puts, it's kind of like, this isn't the best area to be taking shorts and puts, right? Fresh ones. Now you're just at this massive zone of inflection. It goes back to 2015.
Can you check out the BTC bullish divergence on the 15 seconds chart? Thanks. 0.01533224 ETH.
Tall order. Tall order. By the time I get to it, it'll already be played out or invalid, right? Zillow, man. It's real estate connected, you know. There's other ones, right? Like Open Door or something like that. Open Door. Look at this one, man. Oh, so miserable. Well, we joked about this. Hey, it's probably going to break downward, not up, and it has. It made a fresh all-time low on Friday, and a very real bearish engulfing candle. Dude, this thing down almost 10% on Friday. Things that are just connected to real estate, done for. What about Airbnb? Remember it used to have that big double bottom, Airbnb. Wow, look at that. It was awesome back, you know, remember this, all this crazy stuff, and then it's just over now. And what was once the old all-time low is now resistance, resistance, resistance again. Can't seem to do anything but test it and fail. The old buyers are now sellers. And a dark cloud cover on Friday. I think a test of the lows again would be in order eventually. Yeah, I don't know, man. Looking pretty ugly here, right? What other real estate stuff, you know, real estate connected, real estate sector assets we got, you know, tickers. Oh yeah, they are. Cyber, I was reading about it today. Yeah, it's like miserable. People just aren't traveling anymore. But the problem is, it's like Uber, where Uber had this a great idea, and then it's like subsidized, so it can, and it doesn't turn a profit. You know, it operates at a loss, but it can work because it's subsidized, and then eventually it corners the market, and then fees increase because they're trying to get to a profit. And it becomes unviable for the consumer because it's too expensive. So everyone's like going back to taxis now. So that's like Airbnb. It was like this whole thing to, you know, get away from hotels and all that. But now you have these fees that are ridiculous. It's like gouging, cleaning fees, all these conditions that the potential person staying at the property has to do. They got to do the dishes. They got to make the bed, or they got to like just do the laundry. There's so many different things per house, you know. It's not like streamlined. Like you just go to a hotel, you stay there, and you pay a price, and that's like it. You leave. So now all of a sudden, you know, Airbnbs just don't make much sense. I mean, there's I'm sorry, to run a business. I mean, yeah, I get it. Extenuating circumstances. Or, hey, man, it's a group of us. We want to go somewhere. We can't do that at a hotel. Okay, I got it. That's you. That's a couple people. That's not like how you can make money quarter over quarter, year over year. You can't do that. Not viable if you have it like this now. So I think it's just one of those unicorns that is starting to fail. And it's like, you know, it works in a bull market when money printer go burr and everyone has discretionary spending. When everyone's poor and inflation's hitting records, 40-year highs and stuff, it can't work. People start traveling, and then people start seeing, oh, what's the point? Redfin. That's right. Let's look at it. Redfin, which I'm sure it looks like a bubble popped. Oh my God. This is Redfin, the rival of Zillow. And they have certainly hit the basement. They're down 7% on Friday at all-time lows, but that's an everyday occurrence. It hits fresh all-time lows daily. Hey, tomorrow, guess what happens on Redfin? Probably all-time lows again. Yeah, you talk about price discovery. You're at it, man. 410. What's another couple dollars between friends of, where it's headed? Wow. Okay. Do we have Fibonacci, I guess? 1618's at 346. Okay, see at 346. Just a cool for 1618. Just another 15-16% downside, and that's it. Wow, just. Oh, Iron Mountain. Yeah, dude, absolutely crazy, man. I haven't been to this in a long time, but it's crazy looking back at like what happened. How this thing is still kind of like somehow viable. Holy crap, dude. One of the most colossal sized right angled ascending broadening formations in human history, maybe. Wow. Look at that, dude. That is crazy. So yeah, big old bearish engulfing candle on Friday. And yeah, you'll probably be testing that low again. This is zone 38.84 to 41.45. Yeah, that's big support resistance there. But yeah, now what's happened, when did you do this before? Where you're now making, with confirmation, you're making lower highs than the buying climax, than the highest high ever. You're now making, you made a low. Okay, let's just say maybe not that one. But you can see when it sells off, it rallies and makes lower highs than this side and sells off again. And now it's matching that same level and reversing. So that's bad. That's momentum is shifting to the downside. Momentum shifting bearish. You're always making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, or higher highs in the same lows. Now you're making lower highs, and that's a dynamic shift in this chart. We have 15 seconds till your daily close, your weekly candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream and the like button below, so thanks for being here. There's a mid-trace scammer like the impersonator just got banned. Wow. Every day of my life, they're out there trying to get you, and they're getting really aggressive on Instagram, man. Unbelievable. Jesus shines. Go to Bitcoin, man. We did it. A new week. A new week. So, just another week, the fourth week in a row, Bitcoin is back testing the previous cycle top as resistance. 4 weeks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Your oscillator completely reset from this summer, sitting right around 35 on the RSI. What's up, Jeffrey?
New week. Here's to some hopes for a big move in any direction.
Yeah, big moves, man. Big moves. Dang, dope. And that's the... Holy crap. Whoops. Hold on. What the... Old James, man.
Duck tipped $100. Happy birthday, bro. Going though the dark times and the high times together. Much love.
Shoot, man. When we were in... when I was in the UK, we were going through the great times. We knew what was gonna probably happen. Look where we are now, how much lower we are. But it made sense because it was all technical. It was all technical. When I was in the UK, man, it was like, and I remember when I was in Liverpool, and I got to sit next to the CEO of Icelandic Hewlett Packard, and I'm like, dude, we're screwed. This market's screwed, dude. And he was like, nah. It's fine. It's not going to be a big deal. Man, we're down like 30% or something since then on HP. I think it might be more on HP, but crazy, man. It was just like no, like I'm being crazy
Happy
for thinking
birthday,
how bearish
Kang.
we are.
Here's a hypothesis bandwidth incorporated, around $6.
What's up, dude? Band. Bendeloria. Yeah, I mean, Bandwidth Incorporated, not Band the scam coin. It's at all-time lows. Yeah, so it's officially universal time, my birthday, right? So Duff almost got the first birthday tip, technically, but looks like Jeff got it. Yeah, Jeffrey got it first. All right. So according to universal time, it's October 17th, and it's Monday. How did Ethereum close this weekly? Ethereum closed above that 200-week moving average. But when it's below all these levels, when it's below 1367 on the weekly, you can only be bearish. I don't care what it does to the 200-week moving average. When you're below this level like that, very, very bad. Because you have rejected it 3 weeks in a row. And now this week, it was, you know, sure, it rallied off the lows, but it was so weak that buyers could not, run to test the level again to attempt to break it. It's so weak. So weak. But hey, man, I hope it goes to $1 billion in seconds. That'd be great for everyone, I'm sure. Just danger levels. Danger. Up, down. Up. Guess what? Down, up. Guess what? Probably down. Fresh lows. Jeez. Here's BNB on the weekly. Still just dead middle of the zone. And I will think down next, but whatever. It's just such an illiquid market, man. Here's your Cardano that officially bearishly engulfed on the weekly and had its lowest weekly candle close officially since January 2021. So 1 year and 10 months. It's a long time, man. Finally tested the weekly candle high close from April 2018. First time since it was testing it in January 2021. Wow. Whoa, dude, whoa. Don't need singing. Okay, yeah, we're just looking back at like the freshly painted candles on the weekly. Doge just sitting at holding this weekly candle high close from March 2021 for now. Again, it's the same effing price it was at in June. So it's just, besides the spikes, the upside, and failures, you're just dead. It's like a dead chart right now, like so many others. Bandwidth Incorporated. Oh my god, dude. That is nasty. Yeah, you're gonna find ones out there like this. This is banned on the New York Stock Exchange or on the NASDAQ, right? I mean, it broke to all-time lows, made fresh all-time lows on Friday, but that's a common occurrence these days for this one. This is the weekly. This is the lowest weekly. I mean, you pretty much, you had your lowest weekly close, your lowest daily close, your lowest 4-hour close, lowest every close, right? Pretty much down almost 9%, 935. There is nothing here, man. It is just, could go to zero. It's so bad. What a bubble. It went up to $198. $198, and now you're sitting at, I mean, down 96% in 728 days. Scams everywhere, dude. Okay, so I don't really know what we can look at here. Around $6. Oh, what are you saying? Was there Fibonacci or something? The 1272 is minus $30. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do. Yeah, $5 because psychological resistance, I guess. Psychological support resistance. It's a rounded number. So ugly, man. But what's uglier right now is like Tesla. Or just think, you know, I looked at all these stocks on Friday. Pretty good stream. Better than today, but I think once 198 breaks, it's going to be a nasty ride down on Tesla, meaning Kathy Woods is probably going insolvent. Oh my God, her fund, which would be great. Unfilled gap at $81 on the weekly. That's real life. I think that could fill if you give it enough time. Look at some of this crap. Squares or block, right, is about to get destroyed. I think you're probably going to 34 bucks. And if you don't hold $34, you're going to $15 probably. Look at that weekly bearish engulfing candle, lowest weekly candle close since March of 2020. Look at PayPal. It's just so bad. It's not as bad as block yet. But I think you're going to go test $72. And if you don't hold it, then you go down to $42. Very fast. PayPal, man. Yeah, the bubble pop, man. I think Charles Schwab reports earnings. Is it tomorrow? It's got to be interesting to see what happens here. Just look at that. I mean, we identified the back test of May 2021's high. All right, now once and twice in the 200 moving average to boot. And look at this massive engulfing candle down 7% roughly. Yeah, earnings is technically today, which is tomorrow, which is, you know, tomorrow for the stock market in the morning. The report, I believe, or maybe the afternoon after the market close. But either way, gotta wonder what big earnings week's gonna do to some of these assets. Is it just gonna be they're so beaten down that, you know, everyone knew that they were gonna have bad numbers, so it pumps. That stuff tends to happen in earnings season, so just be aware that it's hard to trade in this market environment anyway, but then you add earnings into it with illiquid conditions. Holy crap, so much insane stuff can happen. It'd be like Thursday all over again. Thursday and Friday at the same time. Yeah, my DD is probably going to be unreliable. Rio Tinto, huh? Rio Tinto. Terrible. Freaking awful, man. Just see like key levels tested, broken, and now you're just collapsing. It's so ugly, man. Rio Tinto. That's all you got. I mean, what's the next horizontal line support? Looks like right there, 2006. So many tests, right? Yeah, that's where you're headed. $44 target on Rio. Metals and minerals. Long way down, man. There's 17% downside here. All right, man. Well, went live for you for the weekly close. I know it's kind of pointless these days, but still trying to hang on in these bear market conditions. Okay, trying to, as a streamer. It gets tougher, man. Like the liquidity is just almost all gone. Like but there's still trillions in the system that probably needs to leave the markets, which is so crazy that right now, what we were used to, what we saw last year, is just so opposite, man. Think about last year, 365 days ago, and I'm talking to the day, Bitcoin had just, I'm not kidding, Bitcoin had just closed its highest weekly candle ever. Ever. Show it to you. 365 days ago, this candle, whichever one it was it was this it? It was right here. This was the candle. It went a little higher, right? We had about another month. But this candle was 1 year ago to the date, that candle, where we took out the highs, the old all-time high from April 5th of 2021 and the others, right? That was it. That was insanity. And then you back tested it for a while, held it, and then rallied, and then topped out at 69K roughly. So 1 year later, Bitcoin's lost about 70% of its value. Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? I didn't follow you on Instagram. How could you even say that? You're going to get scammed if you think I follow you on Instagram. I didn't. Still below that 200 moving average. That's just so ugly, man. I don't know. Good luck. If it rallies, wow, man, you were really lucky here. Okay, I'll leave y'all to it. Thanks for coming by. Thanks, Duff. Thanks, Hoarder, for the big contributions, and thanks everyone else. Really appreciate it. And that's it. I'll just be back. Thanks for the birthday wishes. The birthday stream will technically be tomorrow, like when I'm live, because it'll be like full into my birthday. So this is just the beginning of it. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
Thanks for your work. 0.000950997 BTC.
Price gonna dip.